Jane Goodall, The Watcher. Jane Goodall was born in England and in 1934. As she is a child, she liked to learn about animals and watch how they behave. Jane loves to read colorful stories about wild Jane loves to read colorful stories about wild animals that lived in Africa. She even dreamed about living there. Jane was sure that one day she wanted to work with animals and write stories about them. Off to Africa. At age 18, Goodall graduated from high school and became a secretary. She wondered how being a secretary would get her to Africa, but she kept working. By 1957, Goodall had saved enough money to take a trip in Kenya. In Eastern Africa, with months, she met a famous scientist named Dr. Louis Leakey. Dr. Leakey was studying how apes and humans were alike and different. At the time, Dr. Leakey needed a new assistant, even though Goodall had no scientific training. He hired her for the job. She learned fast and loved the work. One day, Leakey talked about starting a special field study of chimpanzees. In a field study, scientists live near the animal they want to learn about. For this special study, Dr. Leakey needed someone to patient and comfortable living in the forest among the chimps. He asked Goodall. For her, it was a dream come true. Into the forest. Goodall was 26 years old. In 1960, that year she went to the Gombe forest in Tanzania, where the chimpanzees lived. At Goodall sat quickly on the hill, watching the chimpanzees all day, every day, even in the rain. Goodall took careful notes. She noted that the chimps always stayed in family groups, so she gave each family group a name that began with the same letter of the alphabet. The Gombe gang For the long time, the chimps were afraid of her. Then a curious older chimp that Goodall named David Greybeard came to her camp in search of food. She hid a banana under her shirt and let him find it. As he trusted in her grew, he let Goodall into the forest to meet his family. The chimp family let her sit and watch them only daily basis. Her reports about her observations of the family grew upset. Many long had health. The women who named things. Some scientists doubted Goodall's finding. They didn't believe that chimps had feelings or intelligence. They really didn't think a serious scientist should give her personal name to the animals she studied. At the time, people believed that chimps ate only plants. Goodall saw David Greybeard family eat meat. Later, she saw him poke a stick into a termite mound. He pulled it out and ate a termite snack. Goodall released two things. One, David had used a tool to get food. Two, he had first striped the leaves of the stick so it would fit in the small hole. In other words, he had also made a tool. Shocking reports caused scientific debate. It also won her important support and funding. Thanks to David Greybeard. Other chimps also came to trust Goodall. She was able to watch complete life cycle from birth to death. She saw a report behavior that not structured. That saw a reported behavior that no structure had even observed before. Goodall stated that chimps had own personality, just like humans. She found the chimps showing a whole range of emotion. They were happy, sad, angry, loving, and jealous. She saw them hold hands, laugh, and throw tantrums. Over many years, Goodall's discoveries and reports gave the world new ideas about chimpanzees. He worked made her work made many scientists reconsider what makes humans different from animals. Trouble in the forest. In time, Goodall began to see a dark future for her Gombe chimpanzees. Many people in this part of Africa are very poor. Some were cutting down chim's forest in order to build houses or grow crops there instead. Some were using the trees to firewood. Chimps also face a danger from hunters. Some hunters were stealing baby chimps and selling them to the zoos, circuses, and even as pets. Most grown-up chimps doesn't make good house pets. However, Goodall realized that if this practice continued, the Gombe chimpanzees were in danger of dying out completely. She decided that she would have to leave Gombe and her chimps in order to save them. Goodall began to travel the world. She talked with important groups about her work. She talked important groups about her work. She asked for help to save both the chimps and the forest they need in order to survive. Jane Goodall today. Young Jane Goodall once left behind everything she knew to live among and learn about species. Jane Goodall once left behind everything she knew to live among and learn about another species. She still worked hard. Young Jane Goodall. Species. More than 60 years have passed since she first went the Gombe forest. She still worked hard to preserve it that the chimps that live there. When she can, she returns home to Gombe. She walks in the forest, sits down quietly, and watched.